Yeah. But that I guess this year's team.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, so traveling on 24 and 730 employees and just what those his first areas and just talking about your connection with Trevor and how that's developed and how that feels.
Yeah, we've been working on it for a little while now. I feel like I ain't even seen all of it for real. We're gonna keep continuing it, and you seen it tonight. Every time I throw it to him, he score. He get it back himself or he score. So yeah, we love playing with him for sure.
And Trevor, just for you, you talk about your relationship on the court with this, how that kind of helped you do what you did today.
I mean, I'm just saying we just been working at it in practice throughout games. It didn't come easy. We were 9-10 games in. So we're just getting that chemistry together. Me and him, but even more as a team. And we're clicking as a team. We're a hard team to beat.
Trevor, big scoring game for you inside and out. How about some of the defensive plays down the stretch, block shot, some deflections, big defensive rebounds? Talk about that hustle aspect of the closeout.
I mean, the block shot that they're going to call the goaltend the way the game was going, but I'm just doing what I know I have to do to help my team win. And down the stretch, nobody's trying to break down defensively, especially defensively. So I was just trying to be solid defensively, and it worked out in my favor.
All the areas, your offense, getting some threes, but also getting downhill, always pushing in transition to some bully ball finishes for you in this game as well. Do you feel like you had an advantage against their guards with your physicality?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I always got an advantage. It's just all about having confidence and just know how to play, knowing when to drive it, knowing when to kick it back to them or anybody on the team, or just knowing when to pass it. I feel like that's what I'm still learning when to pass and when to shoot. So I got it going a little bit tonight, but yeah, it was good.
And right next to him, see that the block come down on the other end. I think you're like smiling and bouncing on your toes. Carter's punching in the chest. Just what was that moment like to have that type of defensive impact and guess two with the opponent, given how last season ended?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously emotional game for us. The way it ended last year. This was 100% a personal game. Especially for the returners. I know we had this one circled, so it just feels good to get the dub. And you just seen all the emotions come out from the team at them.
What changed? Because I mean, Toppin still scored 15 second half. It seemed like just a little bit more difficult for him. What did you guys do after half?
I mean, to be honest, we just stopped doubling them because we were getting too many rotations and they were getting fly threes. So we just saying, make him beat us with twos, and they couldn't beat us with twos. So.
Saying front row there.
Yeah, Trevor, 5 minutes left. Getting down pretty heavy, just close kind of let you play and stack.
I was definitely tired. I'll just give myself a little breather. I do that just to, stop the game a little bit, slow the game down. That's what it was.
That's on the back.
Yeah, for both of you guys, Carter Knox had, I think, 20 points as well. What did you guys see out of him today, able to capitalize and, like you said, get that revenge from last year?
Yeah, that's what we know who he is. Showed it tonight. His shot making ability is it's crazy. But yeah, like I said, that's what Carter is. We know that. He showed y'all tonight, but we've been on. Sure.
Okay, second row right here.
Darius, you mentioned after the overall game that while you weren't the team last year, I heard what Trevor said, this was personal. What was it like to be a part of a win like this with teammates that played this team last year, had a chance to be in this game?
Yeah, it felt great. Not even for me, for them. I wanted to get that win for them. I know they was hurt last year. I was hurt watching it for them. They had a game for sure, but that's out the window now. We got the win, so that's all I'm thinking about.
Over here.
Yeah, Darius, straight game going against veteran guards. I guess how does it feel to go toe to toe with them and come out on top, second time run?
Yeah, it's always good. Like I said, I'm just trying to win. I'm not out there, playing, I'm just trying to win for them, my whole team. And, like you said, it's coming out with the W. That's my main focus. That's my approach every game.
Talking being a sub 50% free throw shooter, was there ever any discussion that there'd be a point in the game late where y'all might foul him before he gets his gathered shot and send him to the line?
Yeah, I would say, I didn't even know he was a 50% shooter going in. So it wasn't until maybe halfway through the first half, the second half that we were saying, before he goes up, foul him because, he's not a good free throw shooter. He made some at the end there. But, yeah, I mean, we were saying foul him because, we know he's not a good free throw shooter.
And last one in front.
Yeah, Darius, you guys started going, pressuring the ball into a full court, I think about halfway through the first half, just then started forcing some more turnovers and making them speed up a bit. Just how much did that, I guess, change the game for you guys? How big of an emphasis was that?
Yeah, we was talking about it. We want to stop trading bashes, get some more stops, get some kills. And I feel like it picked up a little bit in the first half, definitely in the second half. And we knew they were a little shaky, so we wanted to pick them up full court and, just try to get a turnover.
Oh, great guy. Appreciate all your time. Thank
You get a picture with the belt? Get a picture with the belt?
Good.
That's you, DC. Good work. Get it?
Hi, hey, nice to meet you. Halftime, I ran down, all over the place, you know it.
Yeah, good work. Check all that. Hey, are you in school or you asked?
I just graduated back in like.
No, she didn't. She didn't leave.
She has my key. I was teaching German once in a while. Let's see.
Yeah, she don't mind.
I see.
Thank you.
Sure, that little word trip's not a tough one to swallow.
Why would you hear? No.
Yeah.
First, you have to do stay.
Okay.
That's all. You'll be there with like. Sunday round.
Yeah, I'll go back.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Points, 10 or 15, double. To get.
That's good.
Really.
Sorry, something. Yeah, I got, that's the one. It's a great little hangout.
Here, I'll go. Sorry. What?
Kind of just a bunch of, yes, no, I was not.
You guys are also right there, 3 seconds away. 3 seconds. I'm sure. Go back at. Start.
I have.
Hey.
Are you going over? I think it's under.
Well, that, like, 6 months. That's not interesting.
Was it like a return card or like? From Black Shalom, like, I'm gonna go for it. Sure. I don't have. Oh, you just really look on the wall and give it. Oh, you're catching. I brought it over here. You got it.
Yeah.
It's, that's it. Yeah. Oh, he's working For, yeah, so. Is this from the morning, like 5:30?
Oh.
You're
lucky, because it's here, short.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys, I couldn't get over here. Let me, just, I'm really proud of the guys. And I want you to know, and I may be wrong in how I do this, but my job is to get individual players to play better. That's the name on the back. Like all I've done for 2 weeks is work on Carter Knox. Forget about all these expectations and plans, just play. Now the players know when he takes a shot and goes like that, they say expectations. Just play, don't listen. And we worked, and I've been on him about comparing yourself to another player or somebody else. Steals your joy. Play with joy. It doesn't mean they don't care about the program in Arkansas and the state. They love it. They love being here. They love it. My job is to worry about them. Their job is to worry about each other. So this was a big game for that. How about Trevin? Now, let me tell you why. He's been in practice, and I told the team in front of him, leading. Could you imagine now? Talking, getting guys right. And what does that do to it builds your confidence. And it's not what I'm doing, it's what he's doing. Trying to get him to think different, to approach this different. And I called one guy in and I said, listen, when I tell you to run faster or be rougher, you seem to get sad. You get sad. Instead of running faster or playing tougher. Now, if you think professionally that will work, I'm here to tell you, if a coach tells you to run faster and you just don't, you're done. Because they're paying you to do what they're asking you to do. So when I tell you to run faster, go do it. I'm not going to look out there and see you go the same. I mean, that's part of what we all have to do, because these kids, with what they're going through, the social media stuff, people in the ear, transfer, so I can make money. Okay, doesn't always work out. All of a sudden, these kids have the weight of the world. Well, that's our job, to deal with that and help them walk through that. In this game here, they're good. You understand I had to make a choice. Well, some of you have no idea what choices I make. And the reason I don't listen to people in the seats, you're not at practice every day. So when I'm at practice every day, I have an idea of what I'm trying to do. What did I have a choice to have to do today? I had to either trap or play him one-on-one. And if you trap and they get hot, what?
you got problems. So maybe later we said, we're not trapping. And then he started scoring at will. So then we went back to trap. And then he throws it out, and then they're really good at what they do. And they're physical. We rebounded at the end, really proud. People ask, why did you press? Just to get in their legs. They're making every single shot. Let's make them run some and see if they can still make shots. They're good. They're really good. Question, sorry, guys.
You mentioned obviously Trev and his performance. I guess just obviously your second year with him. Just where have you seen him grow the most since you've had him, and just how that all kind of culminated tonight and his performances against Louisville Duke as well?
You'd have to ask him, but I would tell you, I would hope he says, Coach cares about me personally, and he's with me to get me to be my best. And he talks about it all the time. And so the stuff that, like I keep saying, these are choices you make. You choose not to mix it up in that game, then you couldn't play in the game, but it was your choice. Malik Ewan started the game, get thrown around, couldn't make it back. Well, okay, then this is your game. Then he went back in and what? Rebounds and grabs it, scores around the basket, jump hooks, and all of a sudden, well, that means it's your choice. Now, to do what he did, to score and back, it's really hard. Hard. The other one is easy. Just run around and I'll tip it and I didn't get it and maybe I'll make a shot. That's not working here. And I'm not settling. And I won't settle because you're capable of doing the other. You're just making a choice not to. Yes.
Where has your team improved the most from, struggling in the closing minutes against Michigan State and Duke to Louisville and Texas Tech that really executed? Where do you think you guys have the most?
Well, they're more connected. And each week that goes by, we seem to be more connected. And we can do things out of timeouts. We can do things late in the game that we've worked on. And again, I love when people talk about, well, you should be doing this and this. Here's what I would say. When you have a new team, which I have every year I've coached, new team, you have to go and do the big stuff first. And then you break down, here's how we're playing in these situations. Because you don't have to worry about situations if you don't get the big stuff. They're never going to be a close game against a ranked team. But I tell you, those two games, Michigan State and Duke, helped us. We had a chance to win both, and we didn't. We did because they finished the game better than we finished the game. But we're getting better at it.
Yeah, Darius again, hanging with older guards. What's impressed you most in the past few games?
The only thing that made me mad is he held the ball to get fouled that last play. Now, I did that when I played. I'd fake like, foul me, boom, and then I go make 2 free throws. But then again, I shot 90%. I am not passing this ball late. And I'll yell to you, foul me, because I'm not passing it. He held it, which I'm fine with, and missed the free throw. You can't hold it then. You give it to somebody else. Or when you hold it, you get fouled, you make the free throws, end the game. Really happy with TB making those plays. We ran an out of bounds play that he had a chance, and making those 2 free throws was huge.
For wanting Carter to be great, not good, how rewarding is it?
Oh, I'm loving it. Loving it. I hugged him at halftime. I walked out and said, I'm just proud of you, kid. But I'm telling you, think about you're 18, 19 years old, and you got all these expectations, plans, and all this shit coming at you. You can't play. And then it becomes just leave them in. What? We're trying to win too. And so my thing is, let's get together. I care about you. I'm doing whatever I can to help you personally. And let's start thinking different. So he's the greatest kid. How about that block? When you have the 50-pound weight vest, weight of the world, you can't make that block. You know how much you jump? He jumps 41 inches. With the weight vest, he jumps that high. And that's what happens. And then you foul, you do. Why didn't you just jump and go block it? You jump 41 inches. Weight vest. 50 pounds or 100 pounds. So, but it's a great lesson. I talked about it after for these guys. All of them. I gave them a handout about expectations. When there's someone else's expectations on you, don't even think about it. If they don't think you can do X, Y, Z, That's their fault. If they try to compare you to somebody else, that's on them. You're not buying it. I'm gonna be my best version. And I told them in the room, every one of you have a ticket. Be your best version and you cash the ticket. If you're trying to be somebody else, you're not cashing that ticket. Because you gotta be fearless, you gotta be confident. No one's building your confidence, you build your own. I'm not running a bunch of plays for you. Go make plays. If you want to be that guy, then I asked them, anybody buy tickets? How many of you here bought tickets? Powerball. Bought Powerball tickets. It's $1 billion. I did.
Final question, Kevin. Offense kind of rolled the day-to-day. The hustle play seems like your team won most of those down the stretch. Is that their fatigue or a
I don't
combination
know.
of you
You'd
guys?
have to
figuring
ask
that out?
them, but because they didn't stop fighting. They fought. They're good. We're both top 10. Both of us are. When you see that game, you can close your eyes and say it didn't happen and that's not that. Or you could watch it and say, well, okay, these two teams are, and we're fortunate. At halftime, how about it? We come out, my man tries to tip a ball away. You know me, I'm two hands, grab it. He tipped it, high school move. You know the basketball guys were going to give them a 3. You knew it. And they did, bang, and we're down. But halftime was good. I was say we're hurting ourselves a few times, but let's just keep going. Thanks, guys. Have a nice holiday if I don't see you.
My best to say.
Wow. Actually, it's in your video. I'll take it.
Like a catcher.
All right, guys, we'll have a quick opening statement. Just a question. If you have questions, kind of, Grant McCasland.
Obviously, a great college basketball game, unbelievable environment. So thankful for all the Red Raiders that spent their time and money to come watch us play. Great venue. And anytime you get an opportunity to compete against a team, and I think Arkansas is obviously a great team, you find ways to get better. I thought they were more competitive than we were late in the game. I thought I mismanaged the game the last 10 minutes. I didn't do a good enough job with our group, rotations-wise and defensively. We missed some opportunities to really be competitive in a way that I think will allow us to be great. And but they're a great team, and I thought they were more connected than we were late. And they obviously scored at a really high rate, and we didn't do a good enough job of making it difficult on them. But we'll get better from it. We got the right group of guys. We just need to get healthy and get back to practice.
You talked about kind of you see the competitive edge from this team throughout the non-conference. Have you seen that over the last couple of games, despite the result of this one?
Well, I thought I saw it, for a majority of the game when we were out there looking like, hey, we're gonna play this thing and win. And then it felt like we went through a phase where we were trying not to lose, and there was a lack of really grit connected. Individual guys showed some great effort, and then just collectively maybe it was just too many minutes being played, honestly, just looking like we weren't sure if we could give what we needed to give to get it done. And I hate saying it that way because it's lame, but felt like the truth. The guys looking out there like that haven't been a part of us wondering how we win these games. How we win these games is you fight, you scrap, you go compete, you get deflections, you put two hands on the ball, you don't go put your head underneath the rim on a rebound, you hit somebody, then go grab it. And just, I felt like every momentum play in that last 10 minutes was all theirs. And we made some good plays offensively. I just don't know if we made any plays defensively that I thought would impact the game in our favor. And
that is what it is. It's imposing your will defensively, and we did not do that. And I've got to do a better job. If there's guys out there that aren't doing it the way we want, then I should play different guys in those moments. And we did struggle to score, and we were scoring at such a high rate, it was complementing our offense. Well, then when we stopped scoring, we didn't complement our offense by playing great defense and scrapping. And honestly, it's not good enough. And it's good to play against teams like this that expose it. Gary Sakoff is a great player. I've been around him every day for, a month when I was coaching USA basketball with U18. That can get a bucket. I mean, he's one of the best guards in college basketball, but I think people saw JT Toppin and Christian Anderson pretty good too. And if we can find some grit and go with it, then we got a real chance with this team.
And then just, what JT and Christian can do, how much of it is kind of needing another third guy to kind of step in so the defenses can't focus on just two guys like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, even when they focused on it, I thought it wasn't like it was that. I mean, I thought we had a couple of looks that would go in for us. Honestly, I liked JT's looks at the end of the game. He got it right at the rim, and you get a couple of those, and this thing make a few free throws, and this thing looks a little bit different. But I don't want to focus on that as much offensively. I want to focus on the grit that we need defensively with those two guys. And we can't play them 40 minutes every night. That's kind of where we got to get. And that's where Luke really helps this team. And not having him today obviously hurt this team. But we've got to be able to win these games without certain players. I mean, it's just got to be more of a collective fight that we didn't have.
Court. You had A&M last year, then obviously Arkansas today. These rivalry type games, when you see how rowdy the crowd can get, how important is it to you to have these rivalry games?
Yeah, no, I mean, I love this opportunity to play in Dallas and American Airlines and to have an opponent like Arkansas. I mean, sign me up for this every year. Anybody that's close in proximity, that has a great team that we can get at home or on a neutral site. And if we got to do a home and home to do it, we'll do that. We tried and somebody backed out, so we'll just keep trying, and that'll give us the best chance to have a great team.
Brazil's length seem to be an issue on defense, on the glass. How do you plan on, being able to combat that when you didn't have a player like me on the floor today?
Well, I told him after the game, I thought Brazil's really improved, and just in every aspect, and I liked our matchup with him in the paint, honestly. And really the shot block came from, 11 on Knox, and his link's great, but we just need to be a little more patient, get a little closer. I mean, our best offense was putting it around the rim and having those guys try to figure out how they're going to guard JT. I did think JT had a couple good looks at the very end of the game, just it just didn't go in for him. But Knox is definitely, Brazil's definitely improved, and he's got great length and athleticism. And I thought he played tremendous today.
Right. Coach, you talked about Darius Acuff's ability to score on all three levels going into this game a lot. But what about his playmaking?
Yeah, if you ask me what my favorite part of his game is, he's got a lot. He's got an inside-out cross and transition that's sick. I've watched it. I've seen him take over games with his scoring. He's got great size. He's got good poise. But it's his passing that stirs this pot. And his 8 assists and only 2 turnovers. And we tried to get the ball out of his hands quite a bit and just weren't as physical as we needed to be on the rotations and aggressive. We need to go back to the drawing board on that. I think a little bit of it was fatigue and a little bit of it was just our awareness of how physical you have to rotate in games like this. We turned them over a few times in the second half, and I thought it helped us. We had a few deflections, and they tried to make a tight window pass at the rim when they threw it to Pringle at the basket, and then they switched and they threw Brazil at the 5, essentially played him, and they went with 4 guards around him, and then that's when we got too spread out, and that's when Acuff really put us on our heels. And I thought his passing separated them today, his ability to make the play. And I've got clips of it. I showed our team. He wants to score, but he's dynamic in the way that he can create opportunities for people. And if he keeps doing that, their team will be special.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.